As I mentioned before, I've been watching a lot of baseball recently, and I'm happy to say that my Blue Jays are doing much better. They have 17 wins as opposed to 24 losses, and to me that's just a testament to the fact that we should never give up. But last night I was watching a ball game, and a player on the opposing team got hit with a ball while he was batting, and it caught his wrist, and unfortunately he was pulled from the game, and healing hugs to him. But many questioned if he even got hit. The one announcer said to the other, he's making like he's got hit, but I didn't see him get hit. Did you see the ball hit him? And then it got me thinking that in life, we don't have replays. We can't go back and view exactly what happened. Sure, replay things in our mind over and over and over and over, but it is from our own perspective, from our own interpretation, and from our own memory. And it's not necessarily replayed from facts. So for happier and more solid relationships, we need to give others the benefit of the doubt. We are not always right, and neither are they. Forgiveness and communication are key in a relationship, any relationship. So we don't always see the other side of the story. Sometimes we don't want to. Other times it's just never explained to us. For example, a few years ago, a lady had called me wanting a ride to a function that we were both going to. And I agreed that I would pick her up at 10 a.m. the next morning. But when I got there, I knocked on the door, and there was no answer. And, I was knocking, I rang the doorbell, I acted as a peeping Tom, I, looked in the windows to see if there was any sign of her. But there wasn't. And so I ended up, traveling on and going to the function. And meanwhile, while I'm driving, I'm worried about her. I'm wondering, is she lying on the floor unconscious in her locked home? Did she have an emergency? Like, what's going on? Why wasn't she there? And I have a very creative imagination. So it was working overtime. So anyway, when I got to the function, I was ticked because she was already there. She had gotten a ride with someone else. And there was no explanation from her why she did that. And I was late because of her. And I could have lit right into her at that moment because I was pissed. But I decided it wasn't worth upsetting her or myself. I had to let it go. So reflecting on it later with a clear and calm mind, I came to the conclusion that this poor lady, she's used to people not doing as they say they're going to do. She's used to being let down and not being able to depend on anyone. I am dependable, but she didn't know me well enough to know that for a fact. So, without a replay, we need to be empathetic and put ourselves in each other's shoes. And we need to express a bit more understanding and patience. And so I hope you've liked this video today, and please like, share, comment, subscribe. And remember not to believe everything you see, because even sugar looks like salt. Thanks.